Hey Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 19th through the 25th. It's our second to last mermaid theme weekly forecast. We have a little ocean decor, our mermaid cards. This week and next week, guys, and then it's going to be time to start getting into the fall theme. Time is flying. Let's see what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to check out these cards for you. Monday, Tuesday. There's your Monday, Tuesday. Your Wednesday, Thursday. And your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There we are, my dears. And then after we look at these cards, I'm going to pull a spirit message for you from a different deck. So stay tuned for that. Okay, my darlings. Cancer, Monday, Tuesday, you all have Seven of Pentacles, right? So this is a really interesting way of kind of showing this card, okay? Seven of Pentacles in traditional tarot, you might be used to seeing it like this guy and he's working in the field and he's tired and he's like, you know, wiping the sweat off his forehead. And it's like a lot of hard work waiting for the harvest to come in. And in this deck, you know, it's kind of seen here with this couple and they've made a baby. They're waiting for the baby to be born. So for some of you, Cancer, this could be very, very literal. This could be very literal because a lot of you know that my style of reading is I look at the pictures in the card and I kind of see what jumps out at me. So some of you are in preparation of starting a family, or some of you are calling in or meeting the person whom you will end up having a family with. You know, so for some of you, there's that literal physical, you know, type of like conception and birthing something. For other ones of you, Cancer, this is symbolic. This is going to be with creative projects, or you've been working very hard on something for a very long time and you're coming close. You're coming very close to the fruit coming in, you know, like the produce happening from all of the hard work that you've been putting out there to see results, to see something coming back your way. It's really interesting because I don't know why I just saw like this flash in my head of like a purchase order, coming in. So if some of you haven't really been working hard of like setting up a business, or you've been trying to promote something or sell something, some of you might be getting in a big like order, or you know, someone reaching out and wanting to contact with you, or like hiring your services for something. Because I'm getting like a visual of like an order coming in, somebody ordering something from you. So you're busy to like start getting going, to produce, to put it together, to make it happen. And for whatever reason, I feel for some of you, this is going to be something that's going over the next 6 months. So you might be having a client or contract work that's going to last you the next 6 months, or like a trial period of 6 months to just kind of see how this business or this product is performing. For other ones of you, this is going to just have to do with energetically. You guys have been really working hard to heal. You guys have been really working really hard to come out of certain blocks and to just kind of, you know, create a better life for yourself. So this is basically letting you know, you're almost there. Don't give up. It's coming. Just be in anticipation for it. Create room for it. Create space for it. And it's going to be here soon. Your Wednesday, Thursday card is Five of Cups. And I'll tell you why this is happening. Don't get sad. It's because a lot of you are feeling, Cancer, so close, but so far from where you're wanting to be. So if you are that person where you have a business or you're offering some service and you have this order coming in, you're really excited to have the order, but excuse me, as you're coming into midweek, you're feeling like, oh, but like I want to be really busy with orders. I want to have more than this. I want to have, I want it to be longer than 6 months, or I want it to be longer than a trial period. Or those of you who are working towards a family, you know, you might be like, well, I want to hurry up and have everything already set now, or I want to hurry up and be with my person now, or whatever it might be. A lot of you have been working very hard And so you're seeing that light at the end of the tunnel. And for some of you, instead of seeing that hope and being happy, you're feeling frustrated simply because it's not here yet. It's okay, guys. That's normal. That's a very human way to feel. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you negative. It doesn't make you like not spiritual for feeling that way. You're a person. You're a human being, right? We all get discouraged from time to time. But Five of Cups comes in with the message that you are missing what you do have, right? You're frustrated about what's not here. And if you're not careful, you're going to focus so hard on what's not here, you're going to forget about what you have. And that's going to tip over, or that's going to get taken by somebody else. So Five of Cups is asking you to try to pay attention to what you have and work on building on that. Work on building on that. If not, if you're so focused on what's not here, you're going to create more of an energy of lack or more of an energy of loss. For some of you, this is like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's an old expression. Last time I used it in the video a long time ago, some people were like, I've never heard that before. It means that don't be in this all or nothing thinking. There's still something of value here for you. Don't look at this situation as it's not what I wanted, so forget about it. Forget it. It's not what I wanted, so I'm not going to take any of it. That all or nothing thinking is going to leave you creating blocks and keeping yourself from receiving. I feel, Cancer, those of you who are more spiritually in tune or who are a little bit more advanced on your spiritual journey, this card is saying that in the middle of the week, you're going to start seeing ways in which you've closed yourself off. You're going to identify within yourself your own little blocks. You're going to be like, oh, that's what it is. That's what's been blocking me. That's how I've been blocking myself from receiving. So some of you are going to have this really big epiphany where it's something that you're going to be able to do, like a meditation or a visualization, that you're going to be able to release it. Some of you, I have to tell you, Cancer, this is just like a heads up. It's not for every single one of you, but it came in, so I have to say it. Some of you are doing really well. You have a lot of really great things happening for you right now, and you're very optimistic. You're very positive. But I feel that even though you may have healed or you may have moved away from toxic people or toxic situations, I feel this full moon in Aquarius has somebody really thinking about you. Really thinking about you. And they're kind of in this energy where they're feeling bad. They're feeling bad about what they put you through. It could be an ex for some of you, but for whatever reason, this feels more like family. It feels like an older sibling or a parent even maybe, who just, like, they weren't there for you, or they left you feeling abandoned or neglected in some way. And they're trying, excuse me, they're trying to come in to say sorry. They're trying to come in to make amends. But they're kind of seeing like you're doing well, or that you're going somewhere with your life. So they might, in this process of trying to reach out to you to make amends, they might find themselves slipping back into the old ways and trying to like reach their hands in your pockets maybe, or like try to get you to do something for them. So the apology might feel a little bit lost in that way. So I feel like you're getting a little bit triggered. You're getting a little bit triggered by someone. This is not for all of you, Cancer, but for some of you, somebody's coming back from the past, and they're coming back in a way where they're at first trying to apologize or trying to tell you that they feel bad about not being there for you. But before you know it, you might feel like, they can't change. They never change. And you're feeling hurt, or you're feeling offended. Like, this person's only being nice to me because they're seeing some way in which they can benefit from me. When this happens, you're going to be very tempted to close yourself off. You're going to be very tempted to go back into your shell. And that's normal, but Five of Cups is saying, just try to let yourself write out those emotions and those feelings. Because if you push it down and if you close yourself off from feeling, you will close yourself off from all the other abundance that's coming in. See this as a gift this little trigger or being triggered, see it as a gift to get the rest of the pain and the hurt out of your system once and for all. Have a good cry, scream into a pillow, go book an energy healing session, take a sea salt bath, do some yoga, you know, go for a workout, whatever you need to do to get this out of your system. This is a good chance to let it come to the surface so you can let it out of your system once and for all. And in this way, some of you are breaking a massive cord that's been very hard for you to break for a very long time. Your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday card is 10 of Swords. Okay, so a lot of you Cancers, you are ending something, okay? Even if you don't have someone from the past coming back, you are breaking some kind of a cord, some kind of a negative burden, or something that's just been kind of seeping or like leeching, I should say, leeching off of your energy. And 10 of Swords, people see that and they think, oh my God, what a scary card, or oh my goodness, it's terrible. But in my experience, anytime I've pulled 10 of Swords for myself, when I've pulled cards for me, or anytime I've pulled them for my long-term clients who I get to kind of see what happens to them in between the readings, I've noticed over time, this card tends to come up right before a really significant, really massive breakthrough, when a really big new opportunity comes in. And in my experience, 10 of Swords comes up when like you're the one who's putting an end to it. So even though something is ending, and even though it can feel bittersweet, you're the one, Cancer, who's deciding that this is over. You're the one who's deciding that this is done. And again, 10 of Swords for me comes up in readings with this energy of like, it's some kind of monster that's being defeated. It's some kind of monster that's being defeated because, like I said, it's been leeching off of you. And I talked about this in a video a while back, that 10 of Swords. I explained how it's kind of like you're killing the dragon, or you're killing the monster. And someone was very offended, and they were like, why can't you be friends with the dragon? And why do you have to? Okay, all right. I'm not talking about a friendly dragon. I'm not talking about like the How to Train Your Dragon movie, okay? I'm talking about a situation or an instance where this is something or someone that has not had a good effect on you, and that is toxic, and so you're putting an end to it. Some of you are finally coming out of some kind of an addiction or self-medicating, habit. You're finally able to get help or kick a habit, or some of you are finally able to end a cycle that has been holding you back, or a relationship that's just been taking way too much out of you. And relationship can also mean a work situation, right? It could be a job, it could be a family situation, it could be a friendship, but somewhere where too much energy is being taken from you, or it's holding you back into an old energy and keeping you from being able to really accomplish all that you want to accomplish. I hate to say it, Cancer, but I feel like a lot of you have been preventing yourselves from succeeding and coming up, because deep down inside, you've kind of felt like if you do, then you're going to have to say goodbye to a lot of people around you, because you've sensed that they're not going to be in the same energy, or they're going to be in a very negative place, or they're going to be in a very low vibrational place. And if you succeed, you're going to be in this different vibration. And you've been worried that people are going to say, oh, Cancer, you've changed. Oh, Cancer, you're a sellout. But I think a lot of you, you're getting over it. You're like, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. I can't hold myself back because I'm worried somebody's going to think I have a big head. I can't hold myself back because I'm worried somebody's going to think that I forget who I am or forget where I came from. Because you're ready to receive. You're ready to be in your abundance. And so you're just putting an end to that fear. You're putting an end to that thing that's been keeping you in a cage. And for some of you, this will mean moving away from relationships or interactions that are really holding you back and haven't been good for you for a very long time. But it took you a while to have the courage to finally cut those cords. Your spirit message for the week. Let's see what's going on here with the spirit message for the week. Oops, see? And you have, my darlings, make a decision. Well, I think you're going to. Make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive? Listen to your intuition and make a decision. I think that's where that 10 of Swords is coming in. And I think you are making the decision. And I feel like this is Spirit's way of trying to give you this feeling of like encouraging you, or like it's okay. Like listen to what your intuition's telling you. Your intuition is your angels talking to you. And people always ask me, how do I know when it's my intuition and when it's my imagination? How can I tell the difference? I'll tell you. Your intuition, when your angels are bringing you messages, your angels will never bring you messages that are violent. They will never have you do anything violent. Never, ever, ever, ever. They will never have you do anything that would cause harm to yourself or to somebody else. So they would only give you guidance in how to solve a problem, and they would only give you guidance in like what the next steps are going to be to bring you abundance or to bring you peace or to bring you healing. But it would never, ever, ever be anything vengeful or low vibration. Okay. Secondly, obviously, sometimes we'll receive messages from our angels, and it won't always be good news. It won't always be like what we want to hear, because life is not always, you know, butterflies and kittens and rainbows and beer and Skittles. It isn't. Sometimes there's some difficult situations. Sometimes there's some difficult crossroads. Sometimes a job might be ending or a friendship might be ending, and we feel it and we sense it. But when our angels are bringing us that kind of news, and when they're telling us that, you know, it's time for something to end or it's time to move on to something else, it's not going to come in with an energy of panic. That's like fear. That's like ego, right? Your angels won't bring you messages in a fearful way like that. So even if it's not the best news, it's coming to you with a piece of calm, like a sense of peace and calm. Like, listen up, this is what's happening, but here's the solution. Here's what you can do about it. So that's the way our angels communicate, and that's the way they come through our intuition. And I know with me, you know, sometimes my angels will give me an intuition, and they'll tell me, like when they told me it was time to, you know, really start doing the YouTube videos and really start, you know, opening up to reading for a bigger group of people instead of my, you know, my close clients who I was just kind of used to after a long time, but to open up and expand. And I kept avoiding it. I will feel my angels like touch my shoulders. Like they'll just touch my shoulders, and they'll very gently like push. And that's like their symbol to me, where they're like, come on, like we know you heard us. It's time for you to do this. So you will over time begin to feel or sense signs from your angels where you'll know that they're with you, or they're saying, okay, it's time to make the decision. Like we've told you what the decision is. It's time for you to start taking action. And so some of you might have a sign or a dream, or you might feel something like I do with like the, you know, hands on the shoulders, but it's going to be different for different ones of you. And so ask your angels and guides, give me a sign and help me to recognize and see the sign. But it's time for you guys to start listening to what your intuition is telling you and to make the decisions you're being called to make. Okay, my darlings? Again, watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. For some of you, it might resonate with you more, or it might bring little extra tidbits of information. And if you need a private reading, you can click on the Calendly link, and you can go ahead and schedule a private reading with me there. I've got private readings starting as low as $20 and up, so there's some affordable options on there. And those of you who are like, but I want to know more about my love life, I have the August love readings, If you click on the description in the video, it will take you to the love readings for August if you haven't already watched those. I just like to do the love readings separate because sometimes we get so caught up in love that we forget about ourselves. So I want the weekly forecasts to be about you and your journey, my dears. But the love readings are up if you want to check those out. Again, I thank you so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. As always, if you're into the different card decks like I am, I always have the links to those too if you want to check them out, if you liked the decks that I used this week. And I'm wishing you a fabulous week ahead, my darlings.